Hello and welcome to ContractHero. I'm Lina, a customer success manager guiding our customers through contract management. ContractHero has always been much more than just a basic digital storage space for storing your contracts. Above all, when you look at contract management, there are of course many steps before and maybe also afterwards than just signing and filing contracts. However, signed is a valuable keyword, as the focus of today's discussion is primarily on the subject of digital signatures. I do not know how you are doing, but personally I do not like switching between different tools. Apps. That implies each transition from one app to another is a friction point in my workflow, and naturally we strive to minimize it. Besides, ContractHero is of course highly cost-effective as an e-signature contract management tool. If you're interested in learning more and it's not yet in your package, please contact us. Otherwise, I'll show you today you have everything in one place, or if you send out a contract to sign, you don't have to create it separately, it will be done automatically for you. I like to admit to being lazy when it comes to work processes. In this respect, I am pleased that a tool like ContractHero can save me a lot of steps. An advantage also exists if multiple individuals within your organization utilize ContractHero for contract signing, as the application or change management process can be relatively straightforward to implement. Besides, we're glad to demonstrate, including in today's video, how to implement the entire thing. So let us have a look at ContractHero itself. As always, we start our journey in the dashboard. But then I also quickly go to the contracts area. It's important not only that you can send out contracts to be signed, but also that you have a quick overview of which contracts have not yet been signed or are still in the signing process. Certainly, you have the option to view the entire content in this location by choosing Select Columns and subsequently selecting the Status column. And then, when you locate the column, you can specify that you only want to see the contracts in the process of being signed. Means you always have quick access to the contracts that are in the signing process. And if I click in here for a moment, you can also see here that the whole thing looks a bit different than if you don't have a contract yet, or if your contract is not yet in the signature process, then you don't see this little piece of paper with the pen on it. Of course, I can also cancel this signature run at any time if, for example, there were still contract negotiations, or if further information has changed. Then I just cancel the entire thing and begin the process again. And the way this process actually looks like, I will demonstrate to you now. And I simply select any contract where I indicate that I would like it to be signed. And then I click on the option of Request Signature, located at the top of the page, to initiate the signing process. At this juncture, I have the capability to input my arbitrary text. Ideally, I am unable to do so personally, but solely for the purpose mentioned earlier on. For the purpose of demonstration, I will now enter myself in this field and could then, for instance, mention that I also want Gary to sign the document. Here I can now also mention that I would like Gary to take a look at the contract initially and sign the entire thing. Or he should simply generally come before me in line. That implies here I have the ability to change the order accordingly. Alternatively, you could also mention that a larger number of people should sign. We have no set limit for you to adhere to. You now have the option to copy a colleague, co-worker, boss, or any other involved person in the process. And when we commence the entire process, you are now able to visually perceive at this point that you have the desire to have all the fields that you wish to include in this document completed by the individual person. Whether it's the signature or just initials, simply for marking whether you want to have a date stamp again. You can input the name or specify if you desire a custom field effortlessly in this location. Thus, in this instance, I can now indicate that I would like the initials to be included on every page. This is all customizable. That means just give it a try and feel free to ask if you have any questions. As you can see, the whole thing is of course just as easy as everything else with ContractHero, or we are giving our best. If you have any questions about it, generally about the signature run or maybe even about the different signatures, short explanation about it. At ContractHero, we do not specifically offer simple electronic signatures. Covered by our advanced electronic signature, You always automatically receive an IP address stamp, a timestamp, and the whole thing is stored with the signature. But we also recently provide the QES, which stands for Qualified Electronic Signature. If you have any more questions, or if you simply want to have a conversation with us to determine which signature you truly need in your company for your specific use case, perhaps you already know precisely what you require. Then simply write us a brief message via chat, or utilize the Contact Us button located at the bottom left corner of the page. If you are entirely new to ContractHero, or if you're interested in our platform and our services, we are also pleased to receive your contact through our website. Thank you for taking the time to listen and enjoy the process of signing up.